Hey there! Today we're going to talk about this pen. You know what this is. It was only recently launched, and I have to say I was quite smitten when I saw it for the first time. It's definitely a Pelikan pen, well, this is it. First thing you may notice is the chocolate. I actually got some chocolate with this along with some gummy bears. I bought it from Missing Pen. That's missing-pen.de, a German website. Excellent pricing, and you always get a bag of gummy bears, and apparently this time I got some chocolate too, which is always good because I like chocolate. Good. Then we have, what else is in the box? There was a little thing on the clip which says M800. It says 18K. It says Tortoise brown and schilp. The Dutch word for tortoise is schildpad. I thought the German word was schildkröte, something like that. Why the P? Well, doesn't really matter. It's not a lesson in linguistics. Bloody hell. The nice pouch that comes with the pen. It's not real leather, I think. Doesn't smell like real leather. Doesn't really feel like real leather either, but it's nice. It's very nice. I like this. Almost like an envelope, you know, with the little wax seal. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, then we have the actual box. Again, I've shown you this with the M1000. It has that sort of wood quality to it, which is nice. It's not real wood, but still nice. You can get out this bit, little lip there, and then out come two booklets. One is the guarantee booklet. Please do not play darts with your pen. Well, apparently you cannot do that. You avoid your warranty. And then there is some moments of joy. In the moments of joy, you will get all kinds of, you know, eye candy of extremely expensive pens you could also buy. But nice. Okay. Then we have the actual pen. This pen is a Pelikan M800. It's part of the Souverän series. The flagship is the M1000. I've shown you that before. And this is the M800. The M800 is a pen that's produced continuously, but not in this finish. Usually the Pelikan pens are green or black. This one has the tortoise finish. And that is not a limited edition, but I think it is a limited production. I think that is Pelikan's term. I'm not absolutely sure. That means that they will not make a limited number, but they will make this pen for a limited time. So if you want this, get it now. Don't wait too long. The Pelikan pens have a very interesting finish. Let me try and zoom in, or not really zoom in, but focus a bit. You may see that this pen is slightly translucent. Do you see that? You see the piston right there, the black thing. You can sort of see through the barrel, and that's very useful because it gives you an ink window. I refocus. So if there would be ink in here and I would hold it up to the light, then I could see the level of the ink, because there's green and then there's translucent bits in between the green stripes. Now with the tortoise, that's a little different, but that doesn't really matter because I think it's a beautiful finish. You've got the brown, you have some sort of dark gray in there. I really like that. I think it's beautiful. That's why I really wanted to get this. Okay. That was a bit of an introduction. I'll cover the parts of the pen, I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'll do a writing sample. So let's start with the very top of the pen. At the top end of the cap, there is a pelican. You see that? It's a pelican feeding its young. I think that's a very nice... I'm not sure whether I can actually use the word young in this context in English, but you know what I mean. It's a baby pelican. Okay, that's very nice. It's smooth gold, but surrounding the pelican is a sort of textured material, almost like a powdered steel kind of thing. Very nice. I really like that touch. Then we have the clip, nice and springy, but not too springy. As you may well know, the Pelikan clips all look like a pelican. So you have the eyes there, the head, and then this is the bill, which I think is very nice. Okay, then we have the center band. It says Pelikan, Souverän, Germany. A center band, a bit of black, and then a narrower band. I like that feature, that sort of black in between. I think it looks quite distinguished. The barrel, the piston turning knob, two small gold bands right there. Very cool. You unscrew the cap, Again, you have that translucent quality. Now it's almost impossible to show you that on the video. I'm sure you won't be able to really see through this. But you know, believe me, if I hold it to the light, I can see the ink level, which is very nice. Again, a piston filler, hence the piston turning knob, as all the Souverän pens are. We have the nice 18 karat gold nib. Let me try and show you that. There we go. Again, it has that Pelikan on there. As you can see, bicolor nib. Very nice. As I said, 18 karat. I got it in triple broad. Now that is, I can tell you, serious nibbage. This is not a fine nib. This is a really broad nib. Not as terrible as you may expect. It's not a 6mm pilot parallel, but this is no fine line. Okay, then we have the section, nicely tapered, ending in another gold ring. I like these gold highlights. It gives it a nice look. Something I should probably point out, and I'm pretty sure my camera doesn't really pick it up, is that the cap and the section and the piston turning knob are not really black. Again, I hope I'm not making you nauseous with all this refocusing, but this is not really black. It's a very, very dark brown. Is that auburn? I'm not really sure, but it's a very dark brown, which really fits the barrel of the pen. It's a nice pen, a good size, I think. According to Peter Twidle, the author of my favorite book on fountain pens, it's called Fountain Pen, so that's convenient. He's the curator of the Pen Museum, Fountain Pen Museum in the UK, now closed down, by the way, but still. He's a gifted pen repairman, and he says the M800 is the pen. This is the pen, the ultimate fountain pen. Well, I sort of see where he got that. I mean, it's a good size. When you post it, it's definitely a good size. Not huge, not too big to be comfortable. Holds a decent amount of ink. A good piston mechanism. Can be disassembled for maintenance. Cool, very cool pen. Okay. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, I like a lot about it. I like the finish. I like that very fantastically smooth, very nice 18 karat gold nib. I love the size of the pen, very good size. I like the M1000, but the M1000 is a really big pen. Sometimes that's impractical. This is a good size. It's about Ahab size, if that means anything to you. So I think that's a pretty nice size. Pleasant to hold. These threads to keep the cap in place, I don't find them particularly sharp. Because of the nice shape of the section, you're not really coming into contact with them anyway. I think this is a seriously nice pen. And to be honest, there isn't a whole lot I don't like about it. I have a 400 NN in Tortoise. This is a vintage pen. You may see it's a little bit lighter, the finish, than on this new pen. But maybe this has faded a bit, I'm not sure. I just love the pen. That's all I'll say about it. Maybe if I've had it for a longer time, I'll find things I don't like and I'll let you know. But so far, I love it. So, next thing I'll do is a writing sample. I hope that's going to be useful. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, what we have here is a Pelikan M800 in Tortoise brown. I'm not going to write down brown. The nib is triple broad, and that is serious nibbage. And if you didn't have a good chance to check out the finish of the pen in my webcam part of the video, so the talk part, I want to give you an opportunity to do so here. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. I really love this. Okay, so should you wonder, the ink is Souverän Lit de Thé, one of my favorite browns of all time. Works really well with the pen, I think. And the paper is Rhodia. I used that Chayak paper for a while, Chiak. But I don't like it that much for these. It's good paper, but I don't like it that much for these reviews. So, let's do a bit of writing. I'm trying to see how small I can write with this pen. And then things get illegible. It's triple broad. This nib is no joke. I mean, it's very broad, but this is actually quite small, and I think this especially is still legible. So you really don't have to write, you know, like this to be able to use this nib. I think it's still very practical. So that's very cool. What about some fast writing? See how well the nib and feed keep up. Lovely, smooth, maybe a little bit of a skip here and there. I think you see that with a lot of these high-end nibs, that sometimes they're over-polished a bit and they get baby bottoms. Don't forget, this is very smooth paper, so it's somewhat to be expected that you get the occasional skip, I think. I'm sure that if I were to use a rougher paper, let me just grab some cheaper notebook here. Even there you see there's a bit of a skip, but it writes pretty much straight away. Okay, cool. So what else do we need? We need to have a look at the pen's wetness. Well, being so broad, this nib is wet, alright. I mean, it lays down a lot of ink, and if you give it some time to dry. Wow, that's actually not. I was thinking I would be wiping that ink across the page. So, although it lays down a nice line, even on rhodia paper, it's not so wet that it's, you know, gonna take half an hour to dry. Now, obviously, that's part of the ink's properties too, and this ink is, I love it, but it's not extremely wet. It's just a very nice ink, but it's not a gushing ink. Okay, well then we may want to check out some line variation. So this would be pretty normal line widths, and now if I start here and I add some pressure, that's quite some variation. This being a triple broad, it may not be extremely pronounced, but there's definitely some springiness here, which I really like. As you can see, the shading of the ink is brought out very nicely. I really love that. And, well, it may be obvious that I kind of like the pen. I really like it. I think it's a very, very beautiful, well-made, nice pen. Maybe again in this high resolution also show you the comparison between that vintage 400NN and the new M800. You can see it's a little bit darker. It's not the lighting, it is a bit darker. That may vary a bit from pen to pen, but that was my idea from the videos too. I don't know whether this 400NN got a little lighter over the years. I just don't know. Okay, well there you have it. A very nice pen. A pen that I'm going to enjoy tremendously, I'm sure. And there you have it. So I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.